Look, I have no script. I have nothing prepared for this video. I only have my genuine story to tell and the mistake I made with hopes that you can learn from that. So, the message of this video is that the enemy really does prowl around you constantly like a lion, waiting for you to put your guard down so he can pounce on you and ravage you. Just bring you back into that pit of sin that God saved you from. Like, this is honestly just kind of embarrassing. I don't even want to talk about it. But literally yesterday, I just put my guard down. Like, I'm pretty sure in the Bible that we are told to always be vigilant, like to stay vigilant, to always be ready, to always be prepared for the enemy, because he does prowl around you constantly. Like he's constantly setting like ambushes around you. He's constantly following you, waiting for you for that like one little crack in your armor, that one moment where you like put your shield down. That's just that one moment where you say, "Oh, I can rest now. It's all good. It's all okay." And then he just penetrates through that tiny little opening and brings you down fully. So what happened to me was that after 2 months, after 2 months of being completely set free from all consuming, God, like Jesus had done such amazing work in my life to save me from giving up, wasting more and more of my life in video games and TV shows and social media, just wasting countless hours scrolling through my phone and my computer, like absolutely wasting my life. And he saved me from that. He took me out of it, and I could finally begin to create something and develop myself more and more into the man that he made me to be. But yesterday, I put my guard down. And it's completely my fault, because from the moment I woke up that day, I felt my old self was already taken over. I felt that old feeling of sloth, of just, oh, I can't be bothered. I just don't care today. I'm just too tired. I just can't be asked doing anything today. I felt that feeling coming in, and slowly, like, it was literally like small thoughts were being planted in my mind, like, come on, it's a Sunday. You're meant to rest today. You can take a break. It's all like these small little, like these small little thoughts, the devices, right, that Satan uses. It's like he's probing around, trying to find a little crack in my guard, and I let those feelings, those lies, take over, and I said, you know what? Yeah, yeah, I'm okay. Like this is not gonna be a problem. It's that common lie that's, oh, I can say no to it whenever, right? So it's okay if I do it because I can stop it whenever I want. Think about it this way, yeah? Imagine if there is a guy who's a murderer, a serial killer, and he goes around killing people and he says, oh, but it's okay because I can stop whenever I want. It doesn't matter if you can stop when you want, it's still a bad thing to do. It's still, you still shouldn't do it. Doesn't matter if it's just a one-off thing. Like even if it's just like a one-off thing, you say, oh, but I just like committed murder one time, bro. It's fine. No, like it's still going to result in really bad consequences in the future, bro. And what happened, and what I did was, it's not like I'm talking about here about like murders and stuff like that. But it wasn't that severe, but to me it was severe because I'm supposed to be over that. I knew better, and I just let that feeling of, oh, just take a break. It's just can't be bothered. I let it take over, and I ended up just wasting 3 whole hours of my day just consuming some absolutely useless like TV show. For what? I could have used those 3 hours to get some more quality sleep that my body desperately needs from training. I could have spent that time improving my relationships with my family or with my friends. I could have spent that time getting to know God more in the Bible. I could have spent that time praying. I could have spent that time doing like something that will progress me in life, actually organizing my goals, organizing the things I need to get done the next day to like just keep me on track. So many more things with. I could have like actually come up with some ideas for videos so I can maybe actually help people. But instead I chose to listen to that lie that it's just okay. You can take it. You can take a backseat. You know, it's like your spirit and your feelings are in battle, and your body is the car, and then they're battling over who's gonna be in the driver's seat, and then your feelings come in, and then the enemy comes in and start putting thoughts in your head like it's okay, you can take a backseat, bro. It's okay. Chill, man. And then it says your feelings come like, hey, bro, I'll take over. It's okay. I'll make sure everything stays smooth. Don't worry about it. And then you fall for it. You put your spirit in the backseat, and you put your feelings in the driver's seat, in the control of your body, in your life. And then your spirit sits back, and for a few moments it all seems fine. It all seems fun, right? That you're getting the pleasure. Your feelings immediately start seeking out the instant gratification, the sin, and you get the pleasure. It's all good, and then the instant gratification gets turned off, and then the TV show stops, the video games end, and then it all comes falling down. Then all the negative effects of that sin of instant gratification that you've been indulging in, now they're all starting to come at you. The enemy prowls around you like a lion constantly, 24/7, every single moment of your life, waiting for that one split-second moment where your guard is down so he can pounce on you and ravage you, tear you apart, and bring you back into that pit of sin that God freed you from. And I had to get reminded of that the hard way. And I thank him for that, because he taught me some good lessons and reminded me of some old lessons that I had forgotten. That I should not get prideful, and that I shouldn't say, this sin is conquered, it's done. I don't have to worry about it. It's not. It's always there, just around the corner, just hiding in your shadow, waiting for you to drop your guard. Just so it can completely overcome you, and while you're not even expecting it, while you're not even ready for it, you're just looking for that one moment where you're not prepared. So it just jumps on you and beats you up and leaves you all sad and ruined. The enemy is doing that to, number one, actually just waste your time. Waste as much of your time falling back to sin as possible. Second of all, he wants you to fall into despair and be too afraid and too ashamed to seek God's forgiveness again. And he's just hoping to break you away from your faith. So, by the way, yeah, if, like, this is gonna happen to you. It's gonna happen to me. It's going to happen to all of us. Okay, we are still humans. We're still men. We're still sinners. Okay, in our hearts we still desire evil. Okay, in God's eyes we are saints, but in our hearts we still desire evil. So it's gonna happen. Okay, like these kinds of things happen. You will fall. Your guard will fatigue, and there will be moments where you just put your guard down, and the enemy will just jump on you, and you fall. But you must never despair, and you must never you must never beat yourself up too much about it. Okay, it happened. It happened. Like, God is there to pick you up if you can't stand up on your own. Okay, if you can on your own, get up, see God, say, I'm sorry. Truly, I'm sorry. Hopefully you will see the truth of what the sin is doing to you after you're done indulging in it. And then if you can't, like, get off on your own, if it's too hard, if you can't break away from it anymore, do not at all ever hesitate to call on God, because he's always, like, yeah, the enemy always prowls around you like a lion waiting to attack you, but God is always, always, always inside of you, living in you, just waiting for you to call on him, right? Because the enemy is waiting for a moment where he can attack you, where he can ambush you, but God is waiting for that moment where you're calling out for him, where when you seek him, when you choose him and say, I want you. So do not ever, ever be ashamed or afraid or think that it's too late to call for God, because he is always, always thirsting for your faith and for your spirit to join him, okay, to spend time with him, to be right next to him. Yes, I guess there are two messages in this video. Number one is always be alert, always have your guard up, and always be ready for the enemy to come at you and try to break down your guard and bring you back into sin. And number two, eventually, when that happens, that your guard fatigues and you fall, do not hesitate to call on God. Do not be ashamed. Do not be afraid. Do not despair. One of God's biggest desires He has, if not the biggest desire He has, is for you to join Him in eternal life. He wants to spend an eternity in love with you in heaven. Doesn't matter how bad you fell, how hard you fell, how deeply you went into that pit of sin. Doesn't matter at all. He still wants you, and He will always and forever want you. So do not hesitate to call on Him. He's just waiting for you to call on His name so that He can answer you. He can take you out of that pit again, put you back on your feet, and get you back on your walk with God. Yeah, pretty cool. And of course, resist the temptations, especially when it's hard. Have a blessed day, bro. Amen.